Hello and welcome back to another episode of Our Souls Afloat, this time midweek. I did promise in the last video I'd try and get a midweek one done, so here it is. This is our journey down the Thames. You'll have to excuse the wind interference we've got on a lot of the videos. Not a lot I can do about that, I'm afraid. I did buy some microphones, clip-on microphones for this journey. But unfortunately they seem to have failed, as you'd have seen in the earlier clips in the last episode. There was a hell of a lot of interference on them and buzzing, and I got no idea why, other than the fact that buy cheap, buy twice. So I'm going to try and get hold of a better set of microphones. I'm going to do a bit more research, and hopefully we should get some better audio quality for you in the future. In the meantime, I'm going to struggle on with what I've got, and hopefully things will work out and you'll enjoy what you see. So all the way down the Thames, right the way to the turn-in for the Grand Union. I hope you enjoy it. If not, I can only apologise. Anywho, you enjoy, and I'll see you later. I was thinking about being back on the river. It's the width of it. Just so much room for movement. It's an overcast day, but it's not too bad, fairly mild. Jumpers are back on though, and we're out in the open a bit more. The wind starts to cut through you after a while when you're standing on the back. It's a nice day. You can hear me through the wind. Coming up, Solling Lock. Got Weir on the left, I believe. To the right, if I've read the map correctly, which does happen every now and then. It does. Beautiful bridge. Yeah, I've got to pay attention on the bridges on the Thames. Sometimes you're not going to go through the gap you think you're going to go through. This occasion it's fairly obvious, but it's not always. Under the bridge! We start to see a sunken craft, possibly a victim of the wet winds we've just had. The river levels going up and down. Shame. One of the biggest differences being on the river, you get overtaken. These guys can go so much faster than we can. Picturesque little village of Wargrave. Some very, very expensive houses around here. And lots of trees apparently. So there's Marsh Lock at Henley. Weir. And we're going to moor up over on the left hand side there. In just a minute. Yeah. Was a bit choppy. And we're off, leaving Henley. We were actually planning on staying on the Thames a little bit longer than we are now. But due to the hold-ups getting off the K&A, we just want to make up some ground. So unfortunately, all the planned stoppages, or stops rather, that we'd put into our calendar are now not happening on the Thames. Just want to get onto the Grand Union. Anywho, hey look, today it's Windsor. Henley Bridge. We were aiming for the central one, but the stream seems to have taken us right, so doing what we can at the safest. Beautiful old stone bridge. That there is the Angel on the Bridge. Lovely little historic pub. Those tents you can see there in the marquees, they're setting up for the regatta, which is in about a month's time, but it takes them a hell of a long time because there's so much to set up, so many marquees and bits and bobs to organise for it. It takes them a good month and a half to get it all done. If you've never been in Henley when regatta's on, it is mayhem, absolute carnage. Down, 7 to go. It's Hambledon Lock. There you go. All the chassis to lock keepers. Still pleasant enough. Certainly come across a lot worse. Anyway, next stop, Hurley Lock. Beautiful old building. Looks like it was a monastery or maybe a church or a chapel at some point. Gorgeous. There we go, Temple to London, 58.5 miles. So that's roughly how much further we have to go. This is Temple Lock, in case you hadn't guessed.
Thank you.
Cheers. Temple Lock Weir. I used to walk across that with my parents when I was a kid. Grandparents lived just up the road. I believe they both now reside in the local churchyard. Many happy summers spent down here actually. That there is the much mispronounced Bisham Abbey. Looks like they're setting up some sort of event, a wedding or something by the looks of things. We're just coming through Bourne End. Bourne End Marina. cruisers. Not that I can say it. The pub's called the Bounty. Interesting little place. Rail and footbridge. Riveted iron structure. Now, what's your wash? The M4. We're going back under it. Now I know I said earlier, got under the M4. Does that mean we're in the north? I don't think this means we're going back south again, does it? So I'll scrap what I said earlier. Besides, we all know what north is. It's Watford Gap. That'll be next week sometime, I think, maybe. Ray Film Studios. If you're interested, that sign. Private property, keep out. Probably see it on your screen quite easily enough. Just about. Last lock of the day. Boveney Lock or Boveney Lock or Boveney Lock? Who knows? I think it's Boveney. Anyway, then it's on to more somewhere near Eton. We're also in the middle of Windsor. Every other lock today has been manned. This one, it would seem, is self-service. So, Helen's still with the boat, and I'm off down to do it. And up there in the distance, King Charlie's Country Pile. Little Peter Terre in Windsor. This guy passed us a little while ago. Beautiful, isn't it? Old-fashioned, steam-powered. That's probably a better view of the castle. Side that's got the sun in it rather than pointing into the sun. If it weren't for willow trees, that is. Very good signal on that antenna. Beautiful boat. All the way along there leads up to the castle. There's Crown Estate and big signs on it saying it's protected by law. I can't see what they actually really say, some sort of section 12 maybe. Absolutely no mooring on this, perfect mooring spot. Charlie says so. Hey, boat. You happy little cruising stuff here, yeah? Hey, yeah. You happy little girl, yeah? Good girl. Who's a good girl? Royal cows. Magna Carta House. We are in Runnymede. Sits on Magna Carta Island. And it's where that document was signed many moons ago. Good signal on these moorings, I tell you. Full 5G. Beautiful church. We are in Thames, by the way. Dutch barge there is called Don Quixote. I wonder if they've got a little tender called what was that? Sancho Panza, that was it. Sun's out, I've lost my brain today, so here's what it is, isn't it? Having a good day. M3. So I guess that means we're south again. I think. Who knows? Anyway, M3. Is called Pharaoh's Island. Don't know why. However, all these beautiful houses, all with their own moorings, all completely different. Fascinating. Shepperton Lock. I assume Shepperton Studios aren't too far away. There's a River Way navigation. Ferry port there. Thames continues this way. Oops, sorry. And the original line of the way navigation goes that way. You can still go that way. It comes out again in a little while. But it's shallow. So, for a narrowboat, not advisable. Last lock of the day, Molesey Lock. And then we'll be looking for somewhere to moor up. I've already got my marker where to start looking for moorings. So, yeah, then I'm going to have a glass of wine. I think I've deserved it. I think Helen has too. Besides that, what a nice day it's been. Okay, so we've gone from castles to palaces. Know what you're looking at? That is Hampton Court Palace, famous home of Henry VIII, and at least some of his wives. Anyway, we're going to go find a mooring and just there's some on the left here, so we're going to try for those. Hampton Court Palace. We've literally just left the boat. It's like what? 2 minutes we walked. Classic information board. All the good stuff tells you where everything is. There's a picture of the palace itself. Tells us we are here And where this little boat is, there we go, just there. That is actually where we are moored. So, proper neighbour. Just left our moorings at Hampton Court Palace. Nice little spot to stop for the night. Yesterday was mental when we were mooring up, because it's a very popular spot, especially on a sunny day like yesterday was. And they've got little hire boats, and then there's rowing boats, private craft, all sorts. So getting from one side of the river to the other to try and moor up was fun and games, to say the least. Anyway, we're off down to Teddington tonight. We're going to find a mooring down there somewhere. We've rung ahead, so they know we're on our way. I don't know if we're going through or not. That's the mystery at the minute. So stay tuned. Saw a lot of these boats yesterday as they came past us, taking tourists up and down the river. There's a landing stage by the palace where they dock and pick people up, set people down, all the good stuff. It does create a bit of a wash though with some of them, especially with the weight of traffic there was. So we can't blame people for going out on a nice day like yesterday.
And here we are at the Brentford Lock turning. Mike's about to bring us round. Tight turn here into Brentford Lock. You're almost coming back on yourself. You can see the moorings up on the right. We turn in, hopefully we will see the lock in front of us. And here we go, out of the flow. And there we go. Welcome.
Union. Thames Lock, dead ahead.
Yeah, so don't watch out for the signage. Not at the minute, you won't see it. And we have welcome to Thames Lock as we approach. Here we are approaching Thames Lock, and amazingly they were expecting us and they're already opening the gates. It is well worth ringing them ahead when you leave your last log to let them know you're on the way, because not everyone thinks to let them know that they're not coming or that they've cancelled, and it's only manned when it's needed. So make sure you give them a little call ahead of time and let them know you are still coming. And then you get this wonderful service where they just open the gates as you come up. No need for the landing. Now that's service. I have to say, all of the Thames lockies have been absolutely brilliant. Really, really nice people. And they've made our lives so much easier for the last 5 days. So thank you for that. Making our approach into the Thames Lock. There's our little lockie on the right hand side, was just there. That's us into the log, so I best go and do my crew jobbing.
If you've made it this far, well done, you've reached the end. And yeah, so we're currently on the Grand Union, doing some filming, getting us as much as I can. And yeah, so there should be another episode Sunday, Monday this week, probably Monday in all reality. We're headed off to Rickmansworth, just north of Rickmansworth. There's a Roving Canal Traders Association trading fair this weekend that we found out about. We're not trading at it, although we are registered with them as traders. We didn't think we'd actually get here on time, so we never applied. But here we are. We're going to go along. We're going to go see what it's all about, and it'll be the first floating trading fair we've seen, other than the ones we get down on the K&A. So yeah, looking forward to that, and it's supposed to be a nice weekend. So, and we're going to rest up a bit because we are both getting to the point we are shattered. We'll be doing some long days, some very long days. Anyway, that's all in the next video. I hope you tune in for that as well. Until then, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later.